Hello and welcome to South Asia Today, where we bring you in-depth insights into the key events shaping South Asia. I'm Shivangi Mishra, and at today's top stories. Gujarat leads India's education transformation with innovation and inclusion. Yamaha unveils next-gen AI motorcycle at Japan Mobility Show. And Nepal's iconic Dhaka weaving tradition endures in a modern age. Let's begin the show. Education in India is undergoing a remarkable transformation, with the government focusing on inclusive learning to ensure every child in every corner of the country has access to quality education. In the western state of Gujarat, this vision comes alive where dedicated efforts are being made to bring every child into the classroom, inspire their curiosity, and nurture their dreams through innovative and joyful learning.
Gujarat, a land of vibrant culture and progress, is at the forefront of India's education movement, blending innovation, inclusivity, and quality learning for every child. In the Jamnagar district, the Save the Daughter, Educate the Daughter initiative is transforming the landscape of girls' education. Under the leadership of District Women and Child Officer Dr. Pooja Ben Dodia, dedicated teams are reaching villages across the region, bringing girls back to classrooms with strong support from the state government. Among the many inspiring stories is that of Umaira, a young girl once denied an education due to deep-rooted gender bias. Her father, a daily wage painter, and her mother were against her schooling. But persistent awareness efforts by local outreach teams changed their mindset. Today, Umaira is back in class 3, her eyes filled with dreams and determination, a living symbol of how education can transform lives, one girl at a time.
પહેલે હું સ્કૂલ ન જતી હતી તો મને ન આવડતો હતો. હવે જાઉં છું ને મને આવડે છે. તો મને ને હવે મારા મમ્મી પપ્પાને નામ રોશન કરવાનું હોય ઘરનું. હું કેટલો ભણીને અમારી સોસાયટીનું નામ રોશન કરીશ.
બેટી બચાવો બેટી પઢાવો છે એ અંતર્ગત એ સિવાયની 132 દીકરીઓને ફરીથી પુનઃ પ્રવેશ અપાવેલો છે. સ્કૂલમાં આઈટીઆઈમાં અલગ અલગ ટ્રેડમાં અમે પ્રવેશ અપાવેલો છે.
In Gujarat's evolving education landscape, one school is quietly nurturing young dreams and ambitions. At Berana Primary School in Himmatnagar, Sabarkantha, a simple yet powerful idea from the village Sarpanch has turned a farewell ceremony into a moment of inspiration. As part of state government's continuous efforts to motivate students, Class 8 graduates share their future aspirations and receive a Dream Commitment Certificate, a pledge to work hard, stay focused, and make their family and village proud. Among them is Rudra, now in class 9, who dreams of joining the Merchant Navy. His dream certificate hangs proudly on his wall, a daily reminder of his promise to himself and the power of believing in one's dreams.
વિદાય સમારંભ હતો તે વખતે અમને સ્કૂલમાંથી એક પ્રમાણપત્ર મળ્યું હતું. તેમાં ફોટો અને મારું નામ અને મારો ગોલ લખેલો હતો. જ્યારે હું મારા માર્ગ ઉપરથી નીચે આવી જાઉં છું ત્યારે હું તે પત્રિકા જોઉં છું એટલે મને યાદ આવે છે કે મારે મર્ચન્ટ નેવીમાં જવાનું છે. તેથી હું તેને જોઈ મોટિવેટેડ થાઉં છું.
અને એ બાળકો એ સ્વપ્ન ઉપર કામ કરશે અને અમે તમામ શિક્ષકશ્રીઓએ એના ઉપર એક ડ્રાફ્ટિંગ કરી અને બાળકોને આપેલું છે. તેમને બાળકોને એ પોતાનું લક્ષ્ય નક્કી કરવા માટે 100 રૂપિયાનું ઇનામ પણ આપ્યું છે.
In Gujarat, classroom learning is taking a creative turn, driven by passionate educators who believe in transforming young minds. Meet Dipti Ben Joshi, a dedicated teacher from Mehsana who rides several miles each day to reach Dholasan Primary School with one mission: to make learning joyful and meaningful. Her innovation, turning social science into an exciting puzzle challenge for students of classes 6 to 8. A collection of 246 riddles that encourage them to read, think, and discover answers on their own. Through her creativity and commitment, Dipti Ben is proving that when teaching becomes an adventure, learning never stops.
મારું ઇનોવેશન છે આજનું ઉખાણું. સામાજિક વિજ્ઞાન વિષયમાં વિદ્યાર્થીઓને રસ લેતા કરવા માટે મેં ધોરણ 6 થી 8ના દરેક એકમમાંથી સામાજિક વિજ્ઞાન વિષયના ઉખાણા તૈયાર કર્યા છે. દરરોજ એક ઉખાણું શાળાની અંદર ડિસ્પ્લે બોર્ડ પર મૂકવામાં આવે છે અને એ જ ઉખાણાને સોશિયલ મીડિયાના માધ્યમથી વિદ્યાર્થીઓ સુધી પહોંચાડવામાં આવે છે. વિદ્યાર્થીઓ તે ઉખાણાનો જવાબ શોધવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરે છે અને બીજા દિવસે જે વિદ્યાર્થી સૌથી પહેલા જવાબ શોધીને લાવે છે તેને ઇનામ આપવામાં આવે છે.
As technology transforms education, rural Gujarat is keeping pace with innovation. At the PM Shri KB Shah Anupam Primary School in Vithoda, a newly launched RoboLab is sparking curiosity among students. Supported by the government and school management committee, it trains children from classes 5 to 8 in the basics of robotics and practical technology. Guided by trained teachers, students learn by doing, turning imagination into working robotic models.
અમારી શાળાની અંદર અમે એક રોબો લેબ ચલાવી રહ્યા છે અને આ લેબની અંદર ધોરણ 5 થી 8ના વિદ્યાર્થીઓ ખૂબ સારી રીતે રોબો કેવી રીતે બને, એ રોબોની અંદર કઈ કઈ સામગ્રી ઉપયોગમાં લેવાય છે, એ બાબતનું અમે ખૂબ સારી રીતે એમને જ્ઞાન આપી રહ્યા છે.
Gujarat's journey in education reflects India's larger vision, where innovation meets inclusion and every classroom becomes a space of dreams, discovery and determination, empowering children to shape a brighter and more equitable future for all.
From cutting-edge electronics to futuristic mobility, Japan's leading innovators are redefining the future. At SheTech, TDK marked its 90th anniversary, unveiling its new brand message, "In everything better," celebrating decades of invisible yet impactful technology that powers global devices. Meanwhile, at the Japan Mobility Show, Yamaha showcased AI-driven motorcycles and hydrogen-powered bikes, blending innovation with craftsmanship to create harmony between humans and machines.
SheTech is the showcase of digital innovation. TDK is the global electronics company and its advancing booth gathered biggest attention of visitors. Celebrating 90 years anniversary, TDK booth exhibits various technology cultivated in long history.
トランスフォーメーションの一環としてこのブランディング、ブランドアイデンティティもですねトランスフォームをしようじゃないかと In Everything Better とリブランディングと SheTech の場で展示も含めてさせていただくと今社会スマートフォンですとか EV ですとかそれからさまざまな産業機器であるとか当社はですねほぼほぼ世界のあらゆる電子機器の中に入って内側に入ってでそのテクノロジーやソリューションでその内側からですね社会のトランスフォーメーションにインパクトを与えていくんだよということをですね社内外のある意味メンバーステークホルダーの皆さんにしっかりと説明をしていきたいと。やはり今回はですねロゴといいますかこの背景も含めましてね非常にこの色合いもですねこの多様性を強調するこの多様性を持っているということは非常にいいことなんだと社外のみならず社内のチームメンバーに対してもアピールというかコミュニケーションをし続けていきたいなという思いでですねこういったことをやらせていただきます。
TDK's technology and part product are invisible from surface of product but integral for product to work precisely. It is highly admired and incorporated to global consumer products.
iPhone これもエブリシングの一つなんですよね。TMR センサーというのはですね特に iPhone のカメラの中のですねそのオートフォーカスであるとかそれから手ブレ防止であるとか要はその一般の皆様にとって消費者の皆様にとっての良い写真を提供し続けていくそのカメラ性能に当社の TMR センサーっていうのは貢献をしている。トランスフォーメーションという言葉を変えればベターなんですね。社会のトランスフォーメーション社会をベターにしていきたい。そのためには私たちもどんどんこうベターになっていくんですよ。ベストになると成長は止まりますから常にベター永遠にベターを一緒に追い求めていきたいなと思っています。
TDK declared in everything better with new brand. TDK's development has started from ferrite technology. TDK's transformation will never stop to develop better industrial field. Big Motor Car Exhibition, Japan Mobility Show, was held in Tokyo, gathering more than 510 companies' participation. It highlighted motorbike giant Yamaha Motors' booth. CEO Motofumi Shitara declared Yamaha Motor policy is to create deep satisfaction and excitement. It has cultivated craftsman spirit in 70 years' experience.
モトロイドの開発プロジェクトは人とモビリティの新たな関係を探るため、その概念実証を目的にスタートしました。2017年には自立してライダーに歩み寄るモトロイドを、また前回のモビリティショーでは生命感さえ感じるモトロイド2をご覧いただきました。あれから2年、モトロイドの開発プロジェクトは新たな歩みを始めています。
Motoroid is developed to make harmonization of rider and motorbike. Third generation Motoroid, that is Lambda, equips AI to learn complicated action based on rider's operation. Yamaha Motor expect AI Motoroid supports rider's action similar to the relation of horse and rider. Hydrogen motorbike was developed based on cooperation with Toyota. After charging of hydrogen, it enables 100 kilometers run with speed maximum 90 kilometers per hour. Already it passed exhaust regulation just before shipping to market. EV Three Brothers are introduced. Pure EV motorbike, hybrid and plug-in hybrid are lined up to catch a future trend. Three-vehicle motorbike has the function of independent steering, front two vehicles and backside one vehicle. It satisfies rider to operate smoothly and efficiently with excitement. To enrich daily life, Yamaha Motor develops electric power assisted bicycle and wheelchair. Big wheelchair equips big tire for bad road run. Smart wheelchair is available to be customized for city area run or suburb run.
私たちヤマハ発動機は感動創造企業です。これからも人々の楽しむ意欲を刺激する存在であり続けたいと願っています。
Yamaha Motor's evolution will never stop to catch up necessity of social life and to pursue craftsman mind.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
Iraqis began casting ballots in parliamentary elections to choose a new 329-member legislature. Elections in Iraq are increasingly marked by low turnout. Many voters have lost faith in a system which has failed to break a pattern of state capture by powerful parties with armed loyalists, while ordinary Iraqis complain of endemic corruption, poor services, and unemployment. The next government will need to navigate the delicate balance between US and Iranian influence and manage dozens of armed groups that are closer to Tehran and answerable more to their own leaders than to the state, all while facing growing pressure from Washington to dismantle those militias. Iraq has so far avoided the worst of the regional upheaval caused by the Gaza war, but will face US and Israeli wrath if it fails to contain militants aligned with Iran. Those elected will also face domestic pressure to deliver tangible improvements in everyday life and prevent public discontent over corruption from spilling into unrest, as it did during mass demonstrations in 2019 and 2020. Iraq began voting for its politicians in 2005, after the 2003 US invasion, which toppled autocrat Saddam Hussein. Toxic smog shrouded Pakistan's cultural capital Lahore this week, with air quality hitting hazardous levels and posing a severe health threat to the city's millions, particularly its outdoor laborers, data from the Swiss group IQ Air showed. The city recorded an air quality index, AQI, of 324, a level that forces most residents to limit outdoor activity, but leaves construction workers with no such option. Each winter, plain areas of Punjab province, of which Lahore is the capital, are gripped by thick smog as cold, heavy air traps pollutants from construction dust, vehicle emissions, and agricultural fires. While the provincial government has previously deployed measures such as anti-smog guns, these offer only temporary relief, leaving vulnerable populations exposed. South Korea's Foreign Minister Cho Hyun met with Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet this week at his office in the Peace Palace in Phnom Penh. Cho is on a 3-day official visit to Cambodia from November 9th to 11th to strengthen bilateral ties and discuss measures to tackle the growing issue of online scams affecting citizens of both countries. The visit comes as both sides work to finalize a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, for the prompt launch of the Korea-Cambodia Joint Task Force this month, according to the South Korean Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Thursday, November 6th. Prime Minister Hun Manet and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung had last month agreed to establish a Cambodia-Korea working group in November to combat crimes involving South Koreans in Cambodia, such as technology-based fraud, and to widely disseminate information from positive outcomes of the bilateral cooperation. Both sides had agreed to establish the working group following the death of a 22-year-old Korean student whose body was found at Bokor Mountain and later confirmed by Cambodian authorities.
In a powerful address, Kashmiri activist Sardar Nasir Aziz Khan exposed Pakistan's brutal repression in its occupied territories, including Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. He condemned the communication blackouts, killings of peaceful protesters, and assassinations of political activists, urging the United Nations to hold Pakistan accountable for crimes against humanity. Citing UN resolutions, he demanded Pakistan's complete withdrawal from these illegally occupied regions to restore peace, justice, and the true voice of the Kashmiri people.
In Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, an atmosphere of fear and repression prevails. Peaceful demonstrators demanding their fundamental rights faced violent crackdowns, arrests, and intimidation. Internet and mobile networks remain frequently shut down to silent dissent. The region, long denied self-governance, is witnessing growing anger as Pakistan's forces continue to crush civilian voices under the guise of maintaining control.
Actually, on 27th September, Awami Action Committee, they called for a strike, Chattertown and Birjam strike in Pakistani occupied Kashmir, known as Azad Kashmir, and all population was on the street. And to crush the people, Pakistan, first they cut communication of the area. There is no internet, no mobile service, and they try to isolate and kill our people, and they are killing. And thanks to international media, for example, BBC, Deutsche Welle, and other, they are bringing news. And some people could manage to travel to somewhere to Pakistan, and they are sending pictures and videos. And they are fighting indiscriminately to the peaceful protester once the time and community. And as a member state of UN, UN should take serious note of this crime that impunity and ask Pakistan to stop killing of innocent Kashmiris.
In Pakistan-occupied Gilgit-Baltistan, the situation is equally alarming. Local activists and community leaders face abductions, assassinations, and travel restrictions under oppressive security laws. Peaceful calls for rights over land and natural resources are met with force and intimidation. The people of Gilgit-Baltistan continue to demand justice, representation, and an end to Pakistan's unconstitutional control over their homeland.
Wanted to raise another issue. Senior Vice Chairman of the Awami Action Committee, Jahan Naji, in Gilgit-Baltistan, he was assassinated. And there are hundreds of thousands, hundreds of activists who are put on the Schedule 4. Schedule 4 means they cannot travel one part to another part of the Gilgit-Baltistan without prior permission from the police. And according to current constitution, we are not part of Pakistan. Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan are disputed, and the historical part of state of Jammu and Kashmir. UN resolution asked Pakistan to withdraw. Through this other sterling, we ask Pakistan to comply with the UN resolution on Kashmir and withdraw these territories, which are the historical part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you.
Nasir Aziz Khan's testimony echoes the growing outrage from Pakistan-occupied regions, where the demand for justice and freedom grows stronger each day. His appeal at the global platform serves as a reminder that the voices of the oppressed can no longer be silenced. As the world watches, Pakistan's continued defiance of UN resolutions and suppression of basic human rights calls for urgent international intervention to end decades of occupation and suffering.
Moving on. Fine, soft, and vividly patterned, the traditional hand-spun Dhaka fabric from Nepal's Palpa remains a timeless symbol of Nepal's craftsmanship and culture. Known for its intricate geometric designs and vibrant hues, Palpali Dhaka reflects both heritage and modern fashion trends. Hand-woven with care, its unique quality and charm have made it prized choice for garments and gifts, preserving Nepal's weaving legacy across generations and borders. Have a look.
Fine, soft and colorful. With a unique geometric pattern, the traditional hand-spun fabric known as Dhaka continues to hold a special place in Nepal's cultural and changing fashion landscape. Originating from the western Nepali district of Palpa, this centuries-old textile, famously called Palpali Dhaka, has retained its charm even amid changing fashion trends.
यो हातद्वारा निर्मित भएको हुँदाखेरि यो कपडाको अलिकति मूल्यवान कपडा हुने भएको हुँदाखेरि यसको चाहिँ नि आफ्नै विशेषता भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि यसको बजारमा माग धेरै छ.
Palpa is widely celebrated as the cultural heartland of this traditional textile art. Popular folklore connects the origin of the name Dhaka to the capital of present-day Bangladesh. One well-known account credits Dambar Kumari, daughter of Prime Minister Junga Bahadur Rana, who lived in Varanasi in 19th century. The textile gained fame as Dambar Kumari Dhaka, eventually spreading across the Kathmandu Valley, where it became popularly known simply as Dambar Kumari.
पालपाली ढाका भनेपछि नेपालभरि चिनिन्छ. नेपालमा मात्रै नभएर विदेशहरूमा पनि गइरहेको छ र हामी पनि विदेशमा बस्दाखेरि यहाँ टोपीहरू, सोहरू, सलहरू, ज्याकेटहरू, पालपाली कोटहरू लिएर जान्थ्यौँ र पालपाली भनेको ढाका एकदम प्रख्यात छ, राम्रो छ.
About 280 kilometers from Kathmandu, Palpa has a long tradition of hand-woven textiles made on wooden looms crafted from local pine called Tang Sing in the Magar language. The modern Palpali Dhaka began in 1958 when weaver Ganesh Lal Maharjan, inspired by Dambar Kumari Dhaka fabric and trained on a one-handed loom in India, introduced a similar weave in Palpa. By 1967, it became known as Palpali Dhaka. Its vibrant colors and intricate patterns soon gained popularity for caps, shawls, blouses, Dora Suruwal and gift items. Evolving from daily wear to a fashion symbol, Dhaka today is also worn at weddings.
As we wrap up today's episode of South Asia Today, we thank you for joining us. We'll return next week at the same time with more insights and updates. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of our entire team. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.